There's no way we can talk about menopause and early menopause without talking about sex. And the libido. I don't know where it is. I don't know whether it's in a bottom drawer. I don't know if I've left it outside. Occasionally it arrives. You might put up some shelves or something. But usually, no, it's not there.
One in 4 women going through early menopause due to cancer treatment say that they feel like less of a woman, or that they see a negative impact on their relationship with their partner. If you've clicked on this video, you might be going through it yourself or know someone who is. I'm Bina, a Boots Macmillan information pharmacist, and in this video, let's talk about sex, intimacy and relationships whilst going through the early menopause due to cancer treatment.
I think the big thing for me was talking to my husband about it, I suppose. I don't think I did speak to my friends about it because none of them were going through it. I couldn't say to many of my friends, oh, what's it like? I mean, pregnancy symptoms you might talk about, or your menstruation, but I was alone in that in terms of my friends.
Being diagnosed with cancer and then realizing you're going through the menopause years before your peers can not only affect your mental health and your perception of yourself, but it can also cause physical signs and symptoms which can affect your relationship, your friendships, or sex life, and it's okay to talk about them.
Talking to my husband about menopause, again, that conversation came about because of how it was impacting us. So, you know, when you're overly emotional, and obviously he was terrified of pointing out that maybe my reactions might be disproportionate. So that was a conversation where, like, actually this isn't actually what I used to be like, and slowly recognising that together.
Opening up about the changes you're experiencing to friends and family might feel daunting in your cancer and early menopause journey. Emotional and mental changes can play a big role and lead to feelings of anxiety and low self-esteem. So it's really important to make sure you have a good support network of people to surround you. But with such a huge life change, some in your circle may not know where to start in comforting you. Here's just a few tips on how the people around you can support you on your journey. Encourage them to do research and understand what is happening to you and your body. Be patient for yourself and for them. Early menopause could last months, years, or be permanent. Communication is the key. Talk, and keep talking. Boots Macmillan information pharmacists across Boots stores in the UK are specially trained to help you have those conversations with friends and loved ones to help them understand the journey you're going on.
It's not just that there's no libido and there's a little bit of vaginal dryness, quite a lot of vaginal dryness. The other thing is you feel very protective of your body, a sort of protective instinct where you're just like, no, I don't want you near me, because you're protective of yourself, which is difficult for him to navigate. And I'll tell you what's happened with sex is where it used to be you have a shorthand with your partner of the signals of what sex might involve. There might be a little smack on the bum, there might be a little grab, there might be a little kiss, there might be a move in. He's got to go what I like to call the scenic route now. You know, he needs a long run up to get me interested. It takes longer for your defences to go down, to want another human next to you, you know, even if that human's the person you love most in the world. So yeah, I say he has to take the scenic route to foreplay. It's like 9 play, about 12 play if I'm honest.
The treatments you've had or the drop in hormone levels from early menopause might make you feel different sexually. You might notice changes in your energy, mood, or even how your body responds during sex. Low feelings or lowered self-esteem and feelings of anxiety could make you less interested in sex or make it harder to enjoy it. You might also feel tired more often, which can lower your energy for intimacy. Sometimes things like vaginal dryness or discomfort can happen too. But remember, you're not alone in this. Your healthcare team are here to help you manage these changes. There are ways to make things more comfortable and help you feel more yourself again. Watch our video on signs and symptoms of early menopause due to cancer treatment and what you could use to ease your discomfort.
Because there was maybe quite a while since the last time we were intimate. I think a lot of securities had built up in both of us, if I'm honest, because of that. And we had this conversation where we basically laid out our insecurities to each other. It was the best form of intimacy I've probably had in my whole marriage. I was like, well, I just think this, and I've got one breast now, and I put on lots of weight, and actually I think, why would you fancy me? And we just laid out all our insecurities, and then sort of he laid out his, which men don't tend to do. It was just one of the most intimate things I've ever done, where we really let ourselves be seen, and that stands out as a really powerful moment. It did lead to sex, if anyone wants to know, so that was good too.
It's important to talk openly with your partner about what you are experiencing. Letting them know how you feel, both physically and emotionally, can help them understand what you're going through. But it can be hard to start that conversation. You might want to arrange a time when you're both free from distractions and think about where you're going to talk to them. Perhaps finding somewhere quiet or going for a walk. However you're going to talk to them, make sure it works for both of you.
My husband and I are definitely closer since, let's face it, nearly dying. I had stage 3 cancer. There was a point at my diagnosis where I could tell, it was when they knew it was in my lymph nodes, so I knew that it could get more serious, where he did this disappearing act in his head. I could tell he went, and I almost like, it was like a comedy, like, you come back here. I said to him, look, wherever you've gone, you've got to come back, because this is a head game, and we can't, if we lose that, we've lost the game. So let's just keep our heads. And we were in it together so intimately, to the point of your circle can become really small, and by that I mean him, you know, and we just don't take anything for granted, and we don't take each other for granted, and that's really powerful.
A meaningful sex life does not look the same for everyone. It's okay to take your time and explore new ways of connecting with your partner if that's what you want. Changes in your sex life doesn't mean the end of intimacy. Together, you can explore new ways to be intimate that feel comfortable and enjoyable for both of you. Sometimes this might mean trying different activities, using lubricants to help with dryness, or spending more time connecting in a non-sexual way. The key is communication. Make sure you're talking to each other about how you're feeling, what you're like, what you don't like, or what you might want to try. Your healthcare team can offer advice and treatments to help with physical symptoms like dryness or discomfort, and you can find help for sexual wellness through Boots Health Hub. Visit boots.com/health hub. I hope you find this video helpful, and remember, you're not alone in this journey with early menopause induced by cancer treatment. For more information, check our Where to Start playlist link below, or visit Boots Health Hub. Don't forget to subscribe to the Boots YouTube channel for more health and beauty advice.